Story 1. It's a small thing. A closet rod installed above my washer and dryer, and extra hangers. Now clothes get taken out of the dryer and put on a hanger right away rather than end up as a pile on the floor or in a basket, never to be properly put away. Story 2. A cheap microwave and coffee maker for my work van. I have an inverter for my tools that I use to run them. Hot coffee and hot lunches make a huge difference, especially on bad days. Story 3. My apartment has zero counter space. In reality, only a total of 5 feet spread through 3 areas next to the sink and stove. I spent $15 on a 4-foot table that now holds all my kitchen stuff like toaster, distiller, slow cooker, and electric pressure cooker. It has just enough room for all that. Since it is a common question, the distiller is for purifying water. It boils water, then collects the steam and condenses it back to water in a pot on the side. It is the exact same process as how to make stronger alcohol, but this is a higher temperature so it leaves behind solids that I clean out once a week. I like pure water, and I get all my minerals from my foods. I enjoy cooking, so I choose menu items that provide all my minerals. Story 4. A rubber-bristled broom. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats, and my house is all hardwood and tile. A regular broom just sends the fur floating everywhere. But my rubber broom keeps it all nice, tidy, and easy to pick up. It works on my area rug and upholstered furniture too. Story 5. Shower chair. I've got a messed up back, and I initially got it for that, but even if my back was fine, I'd still have one. They're so useful. If you shave your legs, you won't regret it. Story 6. My $9 pill organizer. Friends have laughed at me because it seems like an old people thing, but I've finally managed to stick to my medications. Yes, ironically, my attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is so bad I couldn't even get that done. To me, this was a real life changer. Bonus points. I'm the only one who knows which day it is during the pandemic. Story 7. Battery pack to charge your phone. We have all been in situations where having your phone on is super important, and not having to be tied to an outlet is even better. Story 8. A foldable laptop stand for €15. Always thought you didn't need this stuff. How different from without one can it be? But it does wonders for my neck. Travels everywhere with me now. Also, a 2-meter phone cable. It's excellent. Edit. Good morning to 100 comments. It seems it was cheaper because of Amazon Prime back in November, but I'd say €20 is definitely still worth it. I like it because the dark gray metallic color matches my laptop, and the aluminum material feels way sturdier than a plastic stand would. I chose a very slim model that's basically just a framework for the laptop, no table or anything, because I mainly need this to take up the least possible space in my backpack as I travel with it every day. As I bought the cable a few years back, the original article isn't on Amazon anymore, but it was literally an Amazon Basics iPhone cable. Right now, they have to seam these, and I'm sure there are many others that will do their job just fine. Story 9. Solar power battery pack. Power went out during the hurricane, and I was still up and running for 5 days. Story 10. Going to sound silly, but a good set of 3 different sized stainless steel whisks can make a significant difference. You would not believe how much easier making sauces and eggs is with these. Also, a whiteboard to keep on the fridge makes it easier to note down what you are low on or out of. Edit. Also, a weighted blanket. It has reduced my nighttime anxiety attacks significantly. People are asking, so the blanket is Tranquility, cool to the touch, 20-pound, and the whisks are Mainstays brand. Story 11. A wake-up light alarm clock. The light turns on gradually and wakes you up gently rather than waking up to obnoxious beeping. It makes the start of my day more positive. Story 12. Weighted blanket and/or a good pillow. Your sleep quality will improve. Being well-rested has to be one of the few good things to happen to me in 2020. Story 13. Affinity Photo on sale for $25. I could leave Photoshop and the whole Adobe Creative Suite nonsense behind me. No more monthly payments. Just these $25 once and I own the thing. Another thing was a used line tool for architects for €3. Normal price is €25. Making comic panels was never easier. Story 14. Something called the helping hand. It's basically a litter picker, which was actually invented for people with disabilities, by the way. I am disabled and a wheelchair user. My occupational therapist gave me this years ago to help me get things out of high cupboards. I still have it, and it has been a life changer. Story 15. Headband headphones. It's like a thin elastic fabric band with thin Bluetooth headphones inside. Around 20 pounds from the bald richest guy. So earplugs weren't enough to stop the random footsteps and furniture noises through the paper-thin ceiling at night. But adding those to the set with random sleep music from YouTube drastically improved my sleep. Story 16. A non-stick electric griddle. You can cook a bunch of stuff on that thing. Edit. Adding to the list. A coffee maker and a knockoff Yeti tumbler. You can save a lot of money that way. Story 17. This one mechanical pencil that I bought in high school or earlier. I'll graduate college soon, which means I've been writing with the same pencil for about 10 years. Fits perfectly between my fingers. I've kept a traditional diary since I was a kid, and it has become more and more important since hardly anything requires paper and a pencil today. So many memories, from the happiest moments to the absolute worst, have been written down using this pencil. I have a few other pencils as well, but they don't feel right, and eventually, I'll put them away and return to my old friend. Story 18. About 20 years ago, I bought a 3 VHS tape set that showed me this guy, Sepp Halzer, doing ponds and gardens and raising animals in a way far better than I imagined. It has been the core of my life ever since. Story 19. In my university house of 4 long-haired girls, we had a sieve-type thing that went over the plug hole. It still let water through but caught all the hair to stop it from clogging the drain. That definitely cost a lot less than a plumber or us losing our deposit. Thank you for the drain snake recommendations. However, unfortunately, I can guarantee that having one of these would result in me being chased around the house by my roommate brandishing a foot-long plastic tentacle with 2 months' worth of hair, period blood, and bath bomb lumped onto the end of it. I would not like to experience that. Story 20. Shoe inserts $2 has never made such a huge impact on my personal daily comfort. Bed Geek personal massager. I've had it over a year, and it's still working fantastically. Panera Bread Caesar salad dressing. My significant other enjoys eating salads now. Lettuce spinner. Say goodbye to soggy salads. Houseplants, because having other living things inside brings joy into my life. Rope hamper basket. We use a large one for our compost clothes. The clothes that have been worn already but aren't dirty enough to wash, and aren't clean enough to fold and put away. This prevents clothes from building up all over the bedroom floor. Porch hammock to leisurely enjoy outside. Story 21. An electric kettle with temperature control. I drink a lot of tea, and different kinds of tea need different temperatures of water. It boils water in 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much water I put in, so much better than the stovetop kettle my roommate uses, and much better than trying to use a microwave. Story 22. Some $4 nose spray. I used to be a mouth breather. Now my nostrils are fully functional, and I don't dream about suffocating anymore. I know I shouldn't use it regularly as it's bad for you and causes a type of addiction. I have spoken to my doctor about all of this, and I use it as recommended by my general practitioner. Thank you for the concern and other options for opening my airways. Story 23. 2 items. A weighted blanket. They vary in price depending on the type, size, material you get. It drastically improved my sleep, and it works wonders for people with insomnia, depression, anxiety, and nightmares or terrors. Also, a satin sleep mask. If you have a source of light in your room that you can't get rid of, a sleep mask will block it out and make you sleep better. Story 24. I am a teacher. A portable scanner saves the need to find a photocopier, spend time photocopying, haul paper around, and archive it. It transfers straight to a memory card for quick transfer to the computer. So much time saved. I appreciate the suggestions for alternatives. I also have Cam Scanner, but I prefer my portable scanner because it is not vulnerable to hand wobble, orientation mishaps, and poor lighting conditions. It provides a pure, well-lit, well-oriented scan every time. Plus, it switches between JPEG, PDF, and high or low quality at the press of a button. Story 25. Wireless earphones. I now listen to several podcasts a day. I've learned loads of new things and always have conversation topics to use. Portable blender. I work out just before work, so I take it to the office with me, mainly for protein shakes. It makes them taste actually okay, and sometimes I blend spinach and berries into it. 3-meter phone charging cable. Life-changing. Used barbells and weights. Secondhand gym equipment means I can work out whenever and don't have to drag myself to the gym. Plus, I don't feel self-conscious or interact with people. Story 26. In 1989, I was out of a job. I went to the mall and, for $30, I bought a book on database coding. I got a pirated copy of Database from a friend. In a few weeks, I was writing payroll programs and have been making great money in information technology since. Story 27. My pet bunny rabbit. She cost only $29.95, but she's priceless to me. For the last 7 years, she's created a reason to get up in the morning and have a schedule. She's my companion. She brought me a recurring smile and quiet company. Story 28. Screw this entire thread. I have bought an espresso machine and a kettle. Edit. Holy hell. I went to sleep right after posting and woke up to my phone sizzling with notifications. Thanks for the silver and other awards. Story 29. A meat thermometer, no more guessing internal temperatures. Perfectly cooked food every time. Edit. Thanks everyone for the upvotes and the award. As some have mentioned, you get what you pay for when it comes to a thermometer. Don't buy the absolute cheapest one you can. Story 30. A box of extension cords that are only about 30 centimeters long. You know how when you plug a big alternating current adapter into the wall and it covers up the sockets next to it? These move the block off the outlet so you can still access all of the sockets. Story 31. Silk pillowcase. I often go to bed with wet hair, and when I wake up, it's smooth and bouncy. Also, there is less breakage and less fallout in the shower and on my brush. Birth control pills. Always knowing when I'll be getting my period, and it's shorter and lighter with fewer cramps. Practically free and has vastly improved my life. Front clipping dog harness. For my dog, it eliminated pulling and is comfortable for the pup, making our walks relaxed and pleasant. Blackout curtains. Story 32. A small coffee pot I keep by my bedside. I prepare my coffee and mug, put milk in a cooler bag, etc. the night before, and then when my alarm goes off in the morning, all I have to do is lean over and hit the switch. I snooze for 10 more minutes before my pot is ready. No more dragging myself out of bed into a freezing kitchen and tinkering for 10 minutes with the French press before I'm back in bed with my cup. It's a small thing that has turned my mornings from a hassle into a source of joy. Story 33. American here and recently got an electric kettle. I used to just microwave water. This is a game changer for not just tea but so many more things. Oatmeal, pasta, sous vide up to temperature. I use it more than expected. Edit/clarification. I don't drink a lot of tea, maybe 1 to 2 cups a week, mainly at the office when I was there, although more after the kettle purchase. We were gifted some Creo brew for Christmas, which led us to use a French press again. Side note, Creo brew is like coffee, but it's cacao grounds and is amazing. This led to boiling water in a pot and then getting an electric kettle. The only time I'd microwave water is for 1 cup of tea, approximately 10 times a year at home. Story 34. A pair of $25 blue light canceling reading glasses. I have to spend almost all day at the computer for college, so it's nice to go to bed without a headache or feeling like my eyes are burning. Story 35. I think it was $55, but a cheap generic drawing tablet to do all my university notes and assignments digitally. For the first time, all my notes are organized, and I don't have a backpack full of loose papers. Story 36. A bike helmet. Crashes are inevitable if you bike often enough in a city. When I had my first hard crash, my bike helmet was the difference between being bruised and sore and having to pay for hundreds of dollars in emergency dental work. Your face, teeth, and brain are worth the investment. For the question of how a helmet saved my teeth, think about what it looks like to hit your face on the pavement. Now think of the extension of a helmet from your forehead. When you hit the ground face first, the helmet takes the brunt of the collision, not your nose and teeth. Without the helmet, it's just pure face to pavement, and you're not coming out of that with a good smile. Story 37. I use a cane sometimes because I have poor joints and back pain that leaves me unable to walk well. The doctor says I'm fine, which is strange since the last doctor said I have spondylosis. But anyway, I found a hiking cane with shock absorption from Cabela's of all places. It's fantastic. It's the best cane I've ever had. It has a comfortable cork handle, fully adjustable height, a basket for the end of it, and replaceable feet. The foot can be removed to turn it into a regular metal-tipped hiking stick. And it was only $25. I will never use another cane. Story 38. Weighing scale primarily for coffee brewing but has been useful when experimenting with things in the kitchen. Alarm clock just does alarms better than my phone. Extended mousepad, so much freedom, especially when playing video games with low sensitivity. Cheap wireless gaming mouse, no wires. Extra buttons turned out to be more useful than I expected. Story 39. So I've got a few. They're all under $50 individually, and each one has changed my life. The first and most important has literally saved my life. Anytime you get a new or used car, or even if you have a car right now, go buy the most expensive wiper blades for your car. It will be under $50 and may not seem that important, but you'll be one of the cars driving through a downpour of rain while everyone else has their hazards on hiding under overpasses. Another car item is a hydraulic jack. Your standard jack is not what you want to be using on the side of the highway while working on a flat tire. They make the greatest new car gift for any car owner and will be appreciated when they're needed. Blackout curtains. Pretty simple here. I work nights. I want darkness if the curtains are closed and the lights are off. I use Eclipse brand. Pricey but worth it. A bidet. You can get an attachment for your toilet and it saves you so much money on toilet paper. Pregnant and torn? Bidet. Had surgery? Bidet. Ate spicy food? It has multiple pressure settings. Switch that baby to fire hose and put out those flames. Final ones for the pet owners out there. Take that $50 and get one of those water fountain pet bowls for your cat. They like running water and it's healthier for them. That will run you about $20 to $25. Next, get a bigger litter box and litter mat. Less cleanup and less smell. I have a Maine Coon. My cat probably poops more than yours. I never smell it. So those are the things in my life I've dropped $50 on and never looked back. Hope this helps.